The buzz on social media has been electrifying.
A grainy McDonald's surveillance camera photo of a man sipping coffee has been turned into countless memes, gaining millions of views.
The man? Luigi Mangione. The caption? The untraceable ghost.
Luigi Mangione, a 26-year-old Ivy League graduate from Maryland, was identified as the man in the photo, spotted at a McDonald's in Pennsylvania just days after the shocking unaliving of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson.
Thompson was banged down outside a Midtown Manhattan hotel in what appeared to be a targeted attack. The weapon?
A 3D printed bang equipped with a silencer, a so-called ghost bang that left no traceable serial number. Police say Mangione meticulously crafted the bang and suppressor himself, inspired by a dark admiration for infamous figures like the Unabomber. His motivations were spelled out in a manifesto found on him during his arrest, an enraged denunciation of corporate America and the healthcare system.
Thompson's unaliving shocked New York City, but what's unraveling now is even more startling. Investigators had early leads, thanks to DNA evidence and fingerprints found on the weapon's suppressor, but the trail ran cold until the McDonald's photo surfaced.
A sharp-eyed citizen tipped off police, and on Monday morning, Mangione was apprehended in Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania. He carried the ghost bang used in the crime, 6 rounds of ammunition, and forged identification. He also had handwritten notes detailing his frustrations with America's healthcare system. The motive behind the unaliving, according to Mangione's writings, was a vendetta against what he described as the corruption and greed of UnitedHealthcare. "I do apologize for any strife or trauma, but it had to be done," Mangione wrote, claiming the company's practices were exploiting Americans while life expectancy in the U.S. remained dismally low. These parasites simply had it coming. He viewed the act as a symbolic challenge to corporate power, a calculated, cold-blooded takedown of a man he considered emblematic of a broken system.
The night of the unaliving was as deliberate as his motives. Surveillance footage shows Thompson walking toward his hotel when Mangione stepped out of the shadows. Witnesses recall a faint pft, the sound of a silenced shot.
Thompson collapsed, bleeding, as Mangione calmly disappeared into the night. The bang's untraceable nature initially stumped investigators, but Mangione's use of a fake ID to check into a nearby hostel left breadcrumbs that eventually led to his capture.
What followed Mangione's arrest was nothing short of chaos. The man who had been a loner now had a rapidly growing fan base online. Supporters, drawn to his anti-corporate rhetoric, began calling him a martyr for the oppressed. Law enforcement has voiced concerns that Mangione's actions and manifesto could inspire copycats, much like the Unabomber did decades ago. The FBI is closely monitoring online activity as Mangione's notoriety surges. Currently, Mangione faces an uphill legal battle.
In New York, he's charged with second-degree murder, possession of a loaded firearm, and criminal possession of a weapon. In Pennsylvania, additional charges include carrying a firearm without a license and possessing forged documents. During his court appearance, his attorney argued for bail, citing his Ivy League education and good character. Mangione interjected, shouting about the intelligence of the American people being insulted. The judge was unimpressed and ordered him held without bail. The prosecution's case against Mangione appears strong. They've tied him to the crime scene through DNA, fingerprints, and ballistic evidence linking the ghost bang to the fatal shot. Prosecutors also point to his written admissions, recovered at the time of his arrest, which all but confessed to the murder. Despite this, Mangione's attorney insists he will plead not guilty, framing the case as circumstantial and suggesting his client's writings are taken out of context.
Meanwhile, the Thompson family's grief is compounded by the public spectacle surrounding the case. UnitedHealth Group has released statements expressing sorrow and urging justice.
Thompson's colleagues describe him as a compassionate leader, and his death leaves a void not only in the company but also in the healthcare industry. The court battle promises to be as sensational as the crime itself. Prosecutors, however, are laser-focused on the premeditation evident in his writings and actions. Legal experts predict a lengthy trial that could set significant precedents in the era of 3D printed weaponry.